Hello friends, this session is very important for your SERU assessment. You will have approximately 16 questions of this pattern. So we will explain you where you have to use which word to complete the sentence. Many times we mentioned in our videos mock tests are just for example, but in exam it may be different questions. But once you understand the topic, no one can stop you to get 100% marks. So let's start. Question 1. To work as a London PHV driver you blank space. Need to be licensed by TfL, only then you blank space. Carry out blank space. For a London private hire operator that is also licensed by TfL. Your options are were, will, can, could, bookings, booking. So here the options we have those includes tenses, singular, plural, and a modal verb of English grammar. Let's start with tenses in English grammar. The simple tenses talk about routines or habits, give us information, or make predictions. The continuous tenses talk about actions that continue over time. Finally, the perfect tenses talk about earlier actions followed by later actions. Please check this table for tenses, and you will understand where you have to use am, is, are, was, were, will, would, have, had, etc. Please pause the video and read the table so you will completely understand about tenses with example. Let's learn about can and could. Can is modal verbs in English. It can be used to express ability or opportunity, to request or offer permission, and to show possibility or impossibility. Could is the past tense of can. Let's see some example of can. I can ride a bike. Ability. We can stay with my uncle when we are in London. Opportunity. She cannot stay out after 11 p.m. Permission. Can you give me the clothes? Request. Any child can grow up to be Prime Minister. Possibility. Some example of could. For past tense. I could speak German when I was a kid. They couldn't dance very well. In English, nouns can be either singular or plural. A singular noun refers to only one person, place, thing, or idea. Plural means more than one person, place, thing, or idea. So if anything is more than one, you have to add letter s at the end of the word to make it plural. Please check below examples. There are other so many rules to make singular to plural, which we will take in further session. Now if you check our question. So the first blank is about tenses. As you learned about tenses now. So you will understand to work as a London PHV driver. Means in future this work is going to happen. So this is future tense. You have two options. Were and will. So for future action you have to choose option will. Next blank is showing you your ability to do something. So for ability we use can or could. Here this talk is not about the past. So from can and could. You choose can because this task is not about past. The last blank is singular or plural. So if you read the sentence and think if you will take only one job or more job after becoming PHV driver. Of course you will do plenty more work. So it is plural. So it would be s at the end of the word. So correct options is bookings. I hope it is clear now for you. Wrong option, we will drag to the red box. Let's move to next question. Question 2, you. Blank space. Have a full DVLA, Northern Ireland, European Union, EU, or European Economic Area, EEA, state driving license, that is. Blank space. 3. Blank space. Old. Your options are should, must, at least, almost, year, years. Modal verbs. Both must and should are modal verbs. The term must is commonly used to express any unavoidable requirement or obligation. On the other hand, should is used as a probability, obligation, advice, recommendation, conditional, and exceptional mood. Let's see example. You must pay PCN within 21 days. This is unavoidable requirement. You should not drop off passenger at the middle of the road. This is advice. Next topic. We use at least to talk about a minimum number or amount, meaning no less than. Example. There were at least 25 students there. So let's come back to question 2. So here in the first blank there is a condition, which is obligation, requirement for the license. So as you learned above, the correct answer is must. In the second blank you have to check the number of years. It will be minimum number of years for license. So that's why you can choose the correct answer at least. To show minimum number of years 3. And the last blank is singular and plural. So you know now. It will be years because they are more that one. Question 3, if a passenger. Blank space. For your license number, you. Blank space. Let them see your badge so that they can write the number down. The badge includes text in Braille, which means a vision-impaired person. Blank space. Know that you are licensed. Your options are asks, ask, must, should, could, can. Here the first blank is for verb ask with s or without s, so if there is only one person, we use ask with s at the end. If there are more than one person, then we use asks without s at the end of the word. We explained this topic in detail in the next question. Second blank we already learned. Must and should. So here it is not compulsory to show your badge. Like if the person is blind, he or she cannot see, but they can touch the badge. So we will use should in this option. Last blank is again we learned about. Can or could. So here it is ability to know. The license, and it is not in the past tense. So we will use can. Question 4, the DVLA. Blank space. Updates its medical standards, so TFL, blank space. That you check with the DVLA if you develop any new medical. Blank space. Your options are frequent, frequently, recommends, recommend, condition, conditions. Adjective or adverb. Adjectives and adverbs are modifying words. Many adverbs are formed by adding a suffix ly at the end of an adjective. Change close to closely. Change patient to patiently. Let's see how to use in sentence. Bad or badly. Incorrect. I feel badly that he is not taking part in the competition. Correct. I feel bad that he is not taking part in the competition. Badly is an adverb used to modify action verbs. Incorrect. Sometimes Bollywood romance ends bad. Correct. Sometimes Bollywood romance ends badly. Calm or calmly. Calm is an adjective, and it is used to modify nouns and pronouns. It is also used with linking verbs. Incorrect. He appeared calmly after the accident. Correct. He appeared calm after the accident. Calmly is an adverb that modifies verbs. Incorrect. He tried to be brave and take the bad news calm. Correct. He tried to be brave and take the bad news calmly. Easy or easily. Easy is an adjective used to modify nouns and pronouns. It is also used with linking verbs. Incorrect. The SERU assessment looked easily. Correct. The SERU assessment looked easy. Easily is an adverb, and it is used to modify verbs. Incorrect. Cricketers were moving easy around the field. Correct. Cricketers were moving easily around the field. Real or really. Really is an adverb, and it modifies other adverbs, verbs, or adjectives. It has a meaning of very. Incorrect. Students did real well on the midterm. Correct. Students did really well on the midterm. Real is an adjective, and can be used to modify nouns or noun phrases. It has a meaning of true or genuine. Incorrect. Students took a really midterm last week. Correct. Students took a real midterm last week. Slow or slowly. Slow can be used as an adjective and as an adverb. In the first example, slow is an adverb, and in the second one, it is an adjective. Correct. The traffic is moving slow. This is a slow dance. Slowly is only an adverb. It can replace slow anywhere it is used as an adverb. Slowly also appears in sentences with auxiliary verbs where slow cannot be used. Incorrect. He has been slow recovering from his knee injury. Correct. He has been slowly recovering from his knee injury. Frequent is describing an object. Frequently is describing an action. I take frequent walks in the park. I frequently take walks in the park. When to add s to a verb. This subject is completely different than what we learned in singular and plural. Verb is a word used to describe an action, state, or occurrence. So when you have he, she, passenger, TFL, police, company name, or any one person as a subject, add an s to the end of verb. Verbs with plural like they, companies, people, passengers, more than one person do not add s at the end. Let's consider an example. Which verb is plural, talk or talks? We would say he talks, and he is a third-person singular pronoun, so talks, with an s, is a singular verb. We would say the people talk, and people is a plural noun, so talk, no s, is a plural verb. Main thing you need to remember here is, if we are talking about any one person, connect with any action, state, or occurrence, then use letter s at the end of word. If we are talking about more than one person, connect with any action, state, or occurrence, then do not use s at the end of word. This is complete opposite in singular and plural, because there we talk about name, thing, location, etc. In question 4, the first blank is about adjective or verb. So here the correct answer is frequently, because it describes an action. Second blank is about add s to a verb. So TFL is one organization, so the correct answer is recommends. If it is more than one, then it comes recommend. So please do not get confused with singular plural and adjective verb. The last blank is about singular plural. So it says any in that sentence. Any means at least one, so the correct answer is condition. Because any one condition. If it says you develop more new medical, then you have to use conditions. But here it is any. So without S, we will use condition. Question 5. You must tell TFL blank space. If you are blank space charged with, convicted or cautioned for any crime. This includes fixed penalty notices or road traffic offenses that result in penalty. Blank space. On your driving license. Your options are immediately, immediate, arrested, arrest, points, point. In question 5, first blank is about adjective or verb. So here the correct answer is immediately. Because describe an action. Second blank is about action already happened in the past. So the correct answer will be arrested. Because you will inform TFL once arrest already happened. So that is past tense, and in past tense you add d or ed at the end of the word. The third option is singular and plural. So far now you should know this is plural. Because if you read this sentence, they talk about notices and offenses. So the correct answer should be points. So these are some basics grammar rules you need to remember. And keep watching our videos for all sections audio-visual version. If you do not understood after this video, then check our next video on same topic for more practice in easy way. If you are doing only practice mock test videos, which will not help you 100%. If you watch our other videos, it will help you to see all the sentences how they written. And you will improve your grammar.